You know, that is a hell of a fleet defending that. My goodness. Just funny because it's only wave one of two. Very Thrawn. And so the rebels finally have the X-Wings. Friggin' Incom. Stupid overpowered T-65s. Anyways, they just kind of skip over that. They mentioned getting Y-Wings. They have, but the A-Wings, they mentioned getting B-Wings, they mentioned getting Y-Wings, but they just kind of gloss over getting the A-Wings and the X-Wings. I find that kind of strange. So the battle goes really, really poorly, as it should. They are massively outnumbered and massively everything. The only thing they've got in their advantage is the fact that they don't really need to engage the enemy fleet. I'm going to bring up for, I think, the 703rd time that blockades don't work that way when you're dealing with a planet, but the fun fact, though, is the only real advantage that the Empire has, or excuse me, that the Rebels have, is that they don't need to engage and they have maneuverability and speed. An advantage that is completely crunched by the TIE Defender. Funny how that keeps working out. This is also the second time Hera has lost a battle to Thrawn. Well, there's also another bit where Thrawn says, break off pursuit, and Skara says, no, I got her, and Thrawn's like, oh, how unfortunate. This is the second time an Imperial officer has disobeyed a direct order from one of the highest, if not the highest, members of the Imperial Navy, and died immediately as a result of it. Idiot. But hey, they do take out an ISD, which is ridiculous and stupid, but I've come to believe that ISDs are just Pringles in this show. Just I wish I had been keeping track. I've got these little counters on my desk here for keeping track of stuff for streams and whatnot. And I wish I'd been keeping track of how many times I've typed up the words "that poor droid" on my stream, because oh my god, and not on my stream, sorry, in this series of Mini-Nations. That poor droid. I wonder how much they had the voice actor for Roch just do the sniffing sound effect himself, that kind of a thing, as opposed I'm a little clogged, so I can't quite do it, but instead of just using canned sound effects. I know Kanan really trusts the Force and all, but he is just racing along the bike. And when they leave, they trust him to drive. He is blind, right? I mean, I know he's a Jedi and he's had some time to get used to it, but, that was a significant change to his character for a reason, right? Because he just keeps acting like he's not blind for the most part. And then, of course, Hera is captured by Governor Krennic, Governor Price. You could see how, once again, I don't have a lot to say about the specifics of this episode. And many of these episodes, things are continuing to move forward into their next events. It is good to show that things are not simply a victory. If this was a worse show, and worse written, what would happen is they would be like, all right, we've only got a few fighters, but we've got to take that chance. And they'd be like, yeah, and then they'd win. Why would they win? Because they're the good guys. And if we're being 100% blunt, Star Wars uses that "they win because they're the good guys" card a lot, especially in the films. Here they survive, which is far more realistic, and it's still only a barely thing. 3 of them get out of that encounter. That's a huge loss for the Rebel Alliance in general, and a pretty decent victory for the Galactic Empire. So that makes sense. That's more believable, is the word I want to use. I bang on a lot about continuity, but really, as much as continuity has its strengths and its weaknesses, it's all about believability for me. The more I'm taken out of a work, the less I enjoy it. The more I'm put into a work, the more I enjoy it. And this whole series has been very good about pulling me very far into it. I've been really into this so far. And I know that you're probably thinking, why are you saying this here? Well, this is when it occurred to me. I have a note for it right there. Thank you for funding this Mini-Nation series and allowing me to finally take the time to watch this show. Although this has been an extremely strenuous week with about 12-hour workdays every day, I can probably tell I'm starting to get a little tired here. This has been a great treat to go through this, so thank you, all of you. Next time, well, things are already bad. Let's see how they can get even worse.